Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phoenix Point for what may I think be the climactic battle. So I went ahead and loaded up Tiamat 4 with our 8 most promising recruits. Of course, the A-team that we have been using for some time with some minor improvements. You can see quite a lot of mutagen was spent. Figured no point in holding on to anything now, right? So there are a lot of special heads, and not everybody got mutations, because first of all, we ran out of mutagens, and secondly, some people didn't really seem like they would benefit from them. Like, the Perception head, the Perceptor head, gives plus 20% accuracy with 15 armor and a bunch of perception and stuff, and that seems cool, until you look at this Synedrian sniper helmet, which has almost exactly the same stats, except for it's missing a little bit of perception, but perception doesn't even really matter, especially on Pondus, who is almost certainly going to have other people in front to spot for him, so I didn't think it was worth spending the stuff. We ended up finding a use for all of our mutagens. The most important changes here, Atticus is an infiltrator priest. I thought this would be an interesting combination, especially given that he has close quarters specialist. So now he has a shredder shotgun and stealth to help him. Like, the stealth helps him get close into mind control range and shotgun range, and then obviously you shoot the enemies with the shotgun. In particular, I'm thinking sneak attack with shotguns could be a lot of fun. I don't know if we'll actually be able to make that happen, but it's at least a cool idea. Also, who else did we add here? Goliath. Senrage Goliath Drakon. So, I'm having Goliath bring a Deceptor machine gun. I think these things have proven that they can be pretty useful. Still, obviously, taking a grenade launcher as well. Why would you ever have a heavy who doesn't have a grenade launcher? And you can see I was pretty aggressive with our skill points. Spent everything, because, again, why hold on to anything at this point? So, a lot of our soldiers, even the ones that we're used to using, have considerably improved stats. I changed up Grandpa's deal a little bit and gave him the spike arm, and then just took off the terrible sniper rifle that he wasn't using anyway because he can't, no two-handed weapons with the spike arm. But I'm hoping that spike is going to turn out to be useful. We got some fancy agile legs. Here's a thing that I think they really ought to fix. So if you were to just look at this, you might think, oh, I just put those on because plus 5 speed. And I mean, immune to goo is fine. But if you look at these in the mutation window, it also says the ability to jump up a story of a building. That should absolutely be noted in the tooltip. Why is that? Why are there so many things that are just invisible? It's driving me a little bit crazy. But anyway, my point is, we spent all our resources. We are as prepped as we are getting. This is the moment of our victory. Pandorans will reach Phoenix Logistics B in 15 hours. I don't even care. Let's get down here and make this happen. Also, it's possible that we're going to get where we're going before that happens. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, well, goodbye, Phoenix Logistics B. It was nice knowing you. I'm certainly not going to do another base defense mission at this point in the game. So we're going to stop the attacks on the Havens by killing the thing here. Actually, we're probably not going to actually reach our destination before those Havens are destroyed. So, sorry everybody. The Exalted's long con has reached its final stage. Instead of allowing the Ugothian entity to come to Earth, we will help her merge with the receptacle, cutting the entity off from Earth forever, and making her into some kind of thing. I'm hoping that we'll get to use her again here. Squad slots used 8 of 9. I'm assuming that the 9th unit is the Exalted. And we're all loaded up, we're all ammoed up. Yeah, let's deploy, let's do this. One final time. Fingers crossed as we attempt to load into the mission. I did, completely wipe drivers. I downloaded new firmware for I did everything in my power to increase stability for this final run. We'll see. We'll see if things worked out. I will say, in Phoenix Point's defense, I had Battletech crash on me during yesterday's episode, so apparently it's not just this game. Look at our ridiculous battle blimp. This game has a lot of cool ideas, and one of those cool ideas is battle blimps. Okay, so we do in fact have the Exalted. We also have this thing to deal with. Kill the gatekeepers, it says. Is this a gatekeeper? No, this is the receptacle itself. We don't want to kill it, right? It has 9,600 health, so it's not even really necessarily on the table. Apply a mark on an enemy which damages it and enemies within 5 tiles at the start of each turn. That's interesting. I wonder if we can remove that. Oh, we're really far... Wow, we're really far away from that. But it looks like... Wait, what are we supposed to do here? Okay, we can go this way. Alright. Can we go the other way? No, we cannot. So, this is very, very linear so far. Where's Bave? Everybody looks a little bit different in the portraits now, and I'm not going to be able to pick them out quite as quickly as I used to. Obviously, we could have Bave dash forward, and we could rely on our Synod heads. We have 2 Synod heads in the crew now, since we brought in the Atticus. So that should help keep that stuff distributed. But I don't think it makes sense to run Bave too far ahead of everybody else. I guess let's just start with Grandpa. Because where the Synod dudes end their turns is going to have a lot to do with how we place our dudes. You know, dudes. We have all these dudes, and we want to put the dudes near the other dudes for maximum dudeness. Well, it looks like we're just going to have a turn where nothing happens here. That's fine. Everybody just position. Now, we probably do want to take note of the fact that that ability exists that we saw, but we have no idea if that's a thing that it can do at considerable range. Also, the one downside of the stability legs, which I evolved on some of our people for the purposes of them having a whole bunch of extra accuracy, is that they do actually lower your speed. So some of our units are not quite as fast as they used to be. For everybody that I put the stability legs on, I tried to also just buy them a couple extra points of speed. So hopefully we won't see too much effect. Vanessa... It bums me out that we can't actually take cover behind this stuff. We probably want Vanessa pretty far forward because her weapons are kind of short-ranged. Yeah, this is fine. Tiny also pretty far forward. I think we don't actually all have to take cover. My guess is we're not going to see a lot of enemy fire this turn. Bave ends up over here. Also, the red animation with the stompy legs is a little goofy. And of course, the Exalted. Now, the Exalted does have to survive, right? Because if she died, then our plan is not a plan anymore. So I guess we could be a little bit conservative with her movement. She's very fast, it looks like, so obviously we need her to be able to get in range of enemies for mind control purposes, but it looks like that's probably not going to be an issue. We'll leave her right there. So our only objective is kill the gatekeepers. We'll see exactly what that means. Alright, we have begun to find the enemies. Oh, they're all grouped up really nicely, too. That's actually really interesting. They're pretty far away from us still, and I have no idea if they're aware of my presence. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to get grenades up. And more guys. Okay, all right there. Maybe you should just finish your move. Maybe you should just finish your move. That was kind of... On the penultimate one there, I think, or maybe it was the last, there was one there where he saw new enemies when he moved into a space, and then I tried to move again, and he saw new enemies before leaving the space. Why would I not get both of those groups of enemies visible at the time that the first one became visible, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I have no idea if they're aware of us or not, but even if they are, at this distance, I bet they don't get to do much shooting. So I'm not going to stress too much about it. He doesn't necessarily need cover. Hold on, let's make sure everybody else is able to get to where they need to get to. Alright, Tiny makes it to here. Or to here. But I wouldn't want to be right here. I want to be in a place where I can get that good double boom blast without having to move. I guess Tiny moves to here. And then, can you make it past there to anywhere interesting? Not really. We could just put you back here. I'm a little concerned about the distance. Especially considering that you, in theory, might want to machine gun someone. Your armor is approximately as good. And we could just put both the real grenadiers behind this thing. I'm a little worried that this spot won't actually be able to boom blast those guys appropriately, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. And then Vanessa takes up this one. So that should give us really good grenade coverage next turn. These can make it all the way over here. That seems like a no-brainer. For real, just get in the cover. It's possible that this is too many enemies. They might have overdone it on the number of enemies. I'm going to have Pondus just stand in the open, but like pretty far back.
Double time.
I guess at least crouched. Pretty unlikely we take any damage here. Who still has full action points? Curtis is one space away from being able to make it to the good cover. I bet if I had moved him first, he'd be able to make it here. Well, I might actually still have him just run over there. Like, there's still obstructions. Although, maybe not from the actual enemy's point of view. He could just stop here. That's probably fine. Does that feed Will to... Huh. Not getting a Will indicator. Wait, what's going on? I can't select... There we go. You're done... Yeah, it's not letting me use the click select on the portraits anymore. I'm sure that's not intentional. Gotta be a little careful about exposing her since she doesn't cover very well. Alright, are they aware of us? No, they are not. They just all ended their turn. Okay. Can you hit that shot? Yes, with the extra boom blast range, absolutely. Can you hit that shot? Looks like probably not. You're probably gonna have to move for it. And Vanessa, can you hit that shot? Absolutely. Okay. So, we saw 2 Chirons, right? They're both goo Chirons? Is that... I always forget. I remember what the explosive one looks like, and I can't tell the difference between the others. Okay. It is goo. Goo's annoying. It's not the end of the world, though, certainly. Now, let's start things off like this. Wait a minute. You were totally able to make the shot before. Okay, so I just... I mean, that's gotta be it, right? Alerted. Hey, does it feel like it might explode in here to you guys? God, what a shot. What a beautiful, beautiful shot. That one was equally good. Really fantastic work. And then I think Vanessa should probably not provoke much return fire here. I mean, a lot of the enemies, some of the enemies are missing their gun arms already. I think I want to take the sirens out more. Oh, the sirens are easier to hit with the other people, though. Maybe what I want to do is fire more like this with Vanessa. The Arthrons really are the greater danger. As long as you can actually hit the sirens once or twice, they're pretty easy to take care of. It's a pretty good start. Also, hooray for feeding will to the entire team. Okay, so we have a lot of enemies that are pretty badly wounded. Let's survey the damage here. This guy still has his launcher arm. Two sirens there are both fully functional. This guy has a head, launcher arm. Those guys, we got to push on them. And then also there's a bunch of sirens over there. Nothing we can really do about that at this moment. Let's talk about working out the remaining sirens that the snipers can shoot. Okay, apparently we're going to have to clear that Arthron just to be able to make the shot we want to make. Maybe we'll get one of those penetration moves, though. We'll fire like this. If it hits the siren, great. If not, also great. Alright, sirens head down. Then, can we get the other one, is the question. Is that the... Okay, that's not the one I just hit. Did we... Yes, okay. They are both headless. We also killed that other guy.
5 by 5.
Yeah, because Pondus is back up at 6 will. Shot went through his arm, killing him into the head of the siren. That's pretty alright. Alright, what is the next highest priority? It's probably that siren. But I guess, hold on, we have one more guy with whom we might be able to deliver a grenade. We're probably going to have to move. Actually, I guess we're going to have to boom blast no matter how we do this. Because we're going to need the extra range from it. That's not usually the reason we do that. So if we moved you to... If I move Bave, it looks like we can probably pick up... Nope, you still can't make it there with 2 action points. That's a shame. Alright, well... I could just leave Goliath kind of in the open. Like, there aren't actually that many guns left on these enemies. I'm going to do that. We're just going to move to, like, here. And then hit Boom Blast for the range. And prioritize enemies that still have their guns. I mean, like, this is the shot, right? Okay, excellent gun disabling. Well done. Alright, because of her angle, Lise can see more of the sirens. Also, there's this guy. Hold on, what exactly are we looking at there? She's seeing that dude and those two. There's also this siren, but I'm assuming I can't really get a clean shot on that one. Oh, no, I totally can. Is that the highest priority, or is the highest priority breaking this guy's gun? Because that siren's not probably going to actually be able to get very close to us. It's probably the siren, honestly. We'll just go for the classic double tap. Not actually guaranteed hits. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll go for the classic single tap. Alright, so that's going to need a little bit of a push. Probably not actually something Bave can do. Bave can just, like, pick a guy to kill, I guess. Somebody who still has a weapon. Alternately, Bave could armor break the Chiron that he can see, so we can start that process. This guy has a poison spit available. I think I'm just gonna have Bave killed that guy then. Not you. Can't tell which... This guy. Yeah, if I fire low, I only have to hit for 62, so only 2 of the shots actually have to land. Only one of those legs is actually out of armor, though. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and armor break just because, first of all, we're going to get some will refunded immediately because of the kill, and secondly, I'm going to be well in range of a will restoration head. So we'll go back to full here. Right, yeah, your thing is already in position. So the spike arm has a 2 energy point firing cost. It's pretty short ranged, right? I think. Yeah, it's quite short ranged. Okay, so we will not be able to do it from here. To be perfectly honest, it might be the case that Grandpa's move is just to stand perfectly still and feed people comfort with his ridiculously comforting head. You should probably move into a position where you could potentially attack someone eventually. It's wild how many action points that amount of movement cost us. Grandpa's probably not doing anything. I think the same is true of the Exalted. So we're going to have some deaths just from bleed out here, right? I guess like 1 death from bleed out. Oh no, 2. We had 2. But yeah, that's some good will damage. Hopefully that that prevents some of these enemies from being able to do the stuff they want to do. The Sirens running to pretty decent cover, I think. Probably positions where we're going to have a hard time killing them. Oh, hey, there's a Scylla. Oh, the poison goo. Interesting that the goo only hit 1 of those soldiers, but the poison hit 2 of them. Frenzy's pretty good. I don't know why that just fell apart. A lot of effects happening just outside the edge of our vision, it looks like. So obviously that Scylla is a high priority. The bad news is it turned away from us, so we can't just take the head out. But the good news is we are very practiced at just killing those things from full health in a single turn. So that may well be our solution. And there is a 3rd Goo Chiron somewhere over in the corner where we cannot deal with it. Oh, and they have a sniper. Well, we're probably not going to be able to do anything about the sniper. I guess I gotta take that into account before I leave people out in the open. I'm not too worried about the heavy that we left out, because he's still got a lot of, like, garbage between the enemies and him. And another sniper. But this one had the common decency to walk right up into melee range, which I really appreciate. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your sense of fair play. Now keep in mind, we have a powerful mind controller on the team, so we might be able to pull off some cool stuff with the Exalted. But most likely, this is pretty much going to be grenade time. And these units have all gathered up in a way that I think should make them pretty boom blastable. We might even... Oh, don't like that. Oh no, he spotted my square. Yeah, the frenzy makes things tricky. I should have noted the time on the recording when the enemy turn started, so that we would know exactly how long it had been. One thing I can tell you for sure, though, too long. This enemy turn is too long. Okay, so we do have some poison. But we also have some enemies who would be really fun to hit with grenades. I think you would be hard-pressed to make the argument, to make me believe the argument, that we want to do anything here other than boom blast as many times as possible. I guess, actually, hold on. Before we do that, we definitely want to have one of the two sharpshooters. I'm all discombobulated because people's portraits changed. We definitely want to have one of the two sharpshooters put up a marked for death on the Scylla. Alright, is Pondus still... Yeah, Pondus is still stealth. So Pondus's will points are worth a little bit more than Lisa's. Alright, to mark the Scylla for death. Then, grenades. So there is that Arthron to worry about. I mean, we're going to have a lot of grenades here. We want to make sure that we're getting work done on the Scylla. Are you a pain chameleon? You are. Should I try to disable your torso first, maybe? Ooh, she is not going to have a shot, is she? Oh, no, she's got it. Okay. Now let's feed some people some will from some heavy kills. I'm not too worried about the close Arthron. The close Arthron is going to get his. That's not a concern. Okay, so we've disabled that guy's gun, and some stuff has been done here. So there's a lot of work to do. Big surprise, you are also going to Boom Blast. But slightly less effectively. Actually, considerably less effectively. And I can't even... Actually, he's not in the goo. I could move over. Now, hold on, one thing at a time. Vanessa. Boom Blast. Yeah, I may have just thrown away 5 will on Tiny. That's possible. Alright, so this one is going to award a kill, which will give back some will to some people. And also, hopefully, cause some freakouts. Some minor freakouts. At least has 1 point left. I mean, probably... Yeah, it's probably just shoot that guy, but let's figure this all out. So you, Atticus, have a harrower, which will allow you to harrow, interestingly, not the enemy that I want to. I really can't just like lean the other way and shoot that guy? That was what I figured play was going to be. Okay, well apparently not. So we need an armor break. Who's going to put up an armor break for us? It's probably you, actually. So we can have you just like run out, acid bomb the armor break into the Scylla's backside, and then do all those things we usually do. It looks like we are actually going to be pretty hard-pressed to deal with this guy. Mind control. Oh, that's a good mind control. That solves the problem right there. Then leaves us just enough to do this thing. Oh, apparently I'm not actually able to see the Scylla. And just get back to where you were. That's like a very productive turn. Snipers. Let's do some damage. You are telling me that you can't hit the Scylla from here, which is not what I want to hear. You can shoot an enemy that doesn't matter, or this guy who totally does matter. And you're gooed, so there's nothing else you could possibly do. And I assume Vanish, does not actually let me move if I am gooed. Okay, well, I really wanted to kill the Scylla with Pondus, but that's fine. We'll just do this instead. I'm gonna start by shooting you in the head. Ow. My plan was to shoot that guy in the head and then kill the other guy to cause a panic, but apparently not gonna work.
On it.
Well, actually, I think I do still want to take this guy down. Because we don't want him getting close enough to do a poison spit. Alright, your turn. Do we just machine gun the Scylla? I can definitely break the spawning abdomen down. The other option we have, of course, is like run over to here and shoot that guy. So I guess who else is still to go who is relevant? You are relevant. Created a situation where we can do an awful lot of damage to the Scylla very quickly, so let's do some of that. I guess maybe this is probably a good time for Adrenaline Rush. And we just drill 4 bursts into that carapace, because I don't think we can hit the abdomen, but we're just here for raw damage. Which it turns out, Babe can do an awful lot of when the situation calls for it. I think I just alerted the Mind Fragger. It was not aware of our presence until this moment. Ah, okay. Same guy? He doesn't have a head. He has leap and spawn and... okay, well... Can I be honest? I'm a little disappointed in the enemies here. He's just not... okay, that guy should move. We might be able to shoot at that Mind Fragger. I mean, it's going to be a real lucky shot that I'm going for. Actually, super hard to hit it. The Scylla Corpse is good cover. All you could do is run up and melee us with your one good arm, so I'm not really worried about you. This guy is really the only threat, right? There's still, somewhere back here, there's a Triton with a sniper rifle, but we can't interact with that. So it does not help us to treat it as though it exists. I think the right move is just run forward here and shoot at some of these enemies that are coming in that are still relatively healthy, that have had the wherewithal to take cover, and then leave our new Arthron kind of in the open to attract enemy attention. I don't know if they'll just try to, like, mind control it back. I think I want the armor shred here. I guess it's 1 point of armor shred. That's piercing. That's normal damage. It doesn't actually tell me what the poison value is. I think it's pretty good, though. You have to be pretty close to use it, but I think that's the move. Did you know there are enemies? It's a little annoying. Really love it if you would just do the thing I told you to do. There we go. Spit poison directly into his eye. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's a good amount of poison. And that is totally fine. Now you should return fire. That'll show him. Okay, who still has action points left? Tiny. We have to figure out what we want to do with Tiny. Can't even grenade in such a way that it's going to kill that guy. I mean, I could fire a grenade over here and at least recoup some of my will. I'm trying to kill the panicked sirens. It doesn't really help us to kill the panicked sirens, but we could go for it. I guess it can be a little bit useful in that his kills award will to other people. And the snipers could use all the extra will they could get. Then can we even... Yeah, there's like a very tight, perfect shot. Which I guess we're going for, because I don't have anything else to do. Let's see if you can nail that. Pretty narrow angle at maximum range. He actually totally did it. Dude's pretty okay at his job. And then... Psychic crossbow. Psyche crossbow. Can't see any of the enemies. Well... Stomp feels pretty bad. I guess you could probably just remove your own poison, right? You have a med kit. Yeah, one of the 70 things you're holding is a med kit. You could also do spiders. Yeah, maybe it's spider drone pack. Because it's not like it's a lot of poison. Wow, none of those went where I wanted. And then what, we reload and swap the medkit in? Doesn't make any sense to do this. So yeah, just swap the medkit in for something. There's a pretty good chance that we're actually going to use the spider drone thing again next turn. I think my shotgun is what's least likely to be useful in this circumstance. That leaves just the Exalted. She can perform a mind crush and crush that guy's mind. We also could have her run forward, do a mind crush when it probably will affect more people, and then have her make it back to her current position. I think that's reasonable. Take that, Mind Fragger, and then, yeah, just get the hell back here. And we'll do that again next turn if it makes sense to do it. I guess I could have just Mind Crushed again, huh? I didn't even think about that, but it doesn't have a will point or an action point cost associated with it. She could have just killed all... Well, not all of them, but she could have killed... Yep, that was definitely the right thing to do. Oh well, too late. Next time, perhaps. So that Arthron might be dead. It might be low enough that it will die at the beginning of its next turn. It does obviously get to do stuff right now, but I'm hoping that all it will do is shoot at the one we mind controlled. Okay, and most of the enemies were panicked, because we've done just a huge amount of will damage. Again, what I was saying about throwing dozens of enemies at us. It's like, functionally, it's not that different from half a dozen enemies. Because most of them spend most of the fight not doing anything. Wow. That sucks. This is a hell of a shot. I guess he's not that far away from us, and he does have a sniper rifle. There is so much stuff happening. They have so many units. Okay. Bums me out that the enemies do not care to fight their mind-controlled brethren at all. Just, like, fundamentally not interesting to them. I cannot believe that you have the action points necessary to do all that. Okay. So I think that we're going to go ahead and do this thing. We're going to move forward. I guess moving up to here probably doesn't actually make things any better. I'm just going to go crush some mines. Oh, good. I accidentally destroyed some cover that I desperately needed. For the love of God, just go to the space I told you to go to. Okay, we'll do it one more time. I guess I still have so much will. The Exalted is, powerful-ish. It's a little bit on the powerful side. And then I'm allowed to provoke panic in one unit that nobody cares about. Alright, let's have you... perhaps do some shooting. There's that Mind Flayer, or the Mind Fragger. Apparently I can't see the Mind Fragger. This Scylla Corpse is providing cover. You know what I could do is grenade launch it. Can I really not hit the Scylla? That's weird. Well, I'll take it. Yeah, right. The range is very, very short. Well, we could go for this and try to get lucky, or we could just do no damage at all to the Scylla. Don't those both sound so exciting? I guess we aim for a leg. Do slightly more damage to a leg. Alright, 50. 50's not nothing. You absolutely for sure have to do this immediately. Then we have to deal with some of these Chirons. So the Exalted has vision of multiple Chirons, right? No? Do we only get one notification? I thought we got more. Okay. Do you have a shot on the Chiron? You do not. So it falls to Lise. All we have to do is hit the gun or take an arm. Sorry, Triton. Too many damn enemies. Alright. What if we did both? Why not just do both? It didn't actually destroy the arm. I'm not sure why he didn't Pain Chameleon on that. But yeah, okay, if he's a Pain Chameleon instead of the other kind of guy, then what we did there is good enough. Can you launch a useful grenade? You cannot. A bunch of us are very limited by being stuck in the goo. Feels like we maybe need to move the Exalted now. Also, at some point I became visible, I guess? Wow, I'm having a hell of a time hitting that thing. So I'm pretty worried about my cover having been nuked. But I guess we know that the, one of the Chirons... No. There were two Chirons with sniper rifles that shot last turn. One of them we killed with Mind Crush, and the other one we just disabled the arm of. So I think actually we're good now. We'll just throw some poison up on this guy, I guess. No reason to do anything else. Alright, where are we on these other enemies? You are not probably a threat at that range. Pretty far away. We could probably just do some overwatching. Try to clear that siren out before she gets over here. And there is still a Mind Fragger alive, I think. I think that's what that is. We just have Bave go on Overwatch here. Does everybody have something useful to do? I don't even really want you to use a medkit. The amount of damage you have on you, it just doesn't like feel like a real useful thing. Yeah, it might just be Might just be big gun Overwatch. But angle this carefully so that I'm not pointing it in a place where it can hit, or where it can hit Atticus. Alright, if she comes around the corner, you do that thing. Grandpa could just... I think I have a med kit. Yeah, I think Grandpa's just going to throw a heal on Vanessa. The Exalted has natural regeneration. We don't have to worry about that. And Vanessa's going to maybe throw a turret around the corner here. Right, like a turret right there is totally going to get some work done. Then maybe not do anything else, honestly. Maybe like move to... Oh, that's right, these things don't... Not fast enough to use those as cover. Yeah, maybe not do anything else. Tiny has the ability to move. Is not actually good. So Tiny can move up pretty aggressively, try to find a new firing position. I don't know that I want to move up here, because this doesn't actually give me any cover. I don't think there's anything with a gun still active, but... And if there was, Tiny has really good armor. I don't really want to put myself in a position where I can be mind-controlled by the siren without the siren becoming visible to everybody else. So I think I'm going to maybe make like a really conservative move forward here. But we still have to do it with the jetpack because of the goo. Otherwise, that would be a thing that I would just dash. It's fine. It's not like Tiny's will is at a premium. And Bave may as well fire on this thing before going into Overwatch, because he has the action points. Take a little bonus will. You know what? I'm just going to finish it off. At least set it up to be finished off. Okay. Effectively wasted some poison there. I'm hoping that there aren't too many enemies left. Vanessa is just gonna... Overwatch? Okay, apparently I did something. Just some weird movement on the camera's part. You don't see a Scylla panic from will loss all that often. From an induced panic, sure, but not usually just because we killed enough stuff nearby. I'm a little worried about the amount of time that it seems like nothing is happening, meaning that there are still somehow even more enemy units that we are not yet seeing. Okay, really horrible shooting. Just the worst. We couldn't move up to here and do a poison spit on that. I think this is a kill, right? Did you know there are goo chirons everywhere? Do I want to shoot the Mind Fragger instead? I mean, can I? Is that realistic? It is not. Okay, I'm fine with this. Poison your brain. If there's anywhere that you don't want to get a bunch of poison injected into, it's your brain. Alright. Not dead this turn, but dead next turn. And do you really not even have a... Oh, that's right, the one you could see died. Well... Should should probably try to get an armor break on that guy before we do anything else. Which I might be able to do. You run to, like... I would really like a shot on the Scylla. How do we tell if we even have one? Okay, you have to run way the hell up for that. This works. Yeah, I'll take this. You know what, the abdomen's good enough. I would like to hit the carapace, at least with one pellet. Alright, I think I got them both. And then do we want to do a similar thing on one of the Chirons? Oh, I'm out of action points. Or I'm out of will points, actually, so never mind. No, I do not. This means that I am not in a great position to provide will to everybody else. I'm expecting that the goo will wear off probably this turn. I sure hope it's this turn. I guess everybody else's will is covered, though. We kind of don't have anything to do this turn. Like, you're sort of looking at it. It's done. What we could do is done. You can take a shot, and I probably won't even bother making it a quick shot. Okay, just gonna have to remove some of that cover. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. We can do some overwatches, but, like, I have to be very careful with them. I'm not even going to put you on Overwatch. No, I'm not trying to do... I'm trying to select my guy. Okay, there we go. But you also on Overwatch in approximately the same location. And then I guess just end turn? Like, we need to wait for them to come to us a little bit, which sucks, but... Okay, even more frenzy. I assume that the Mindfragger cannot attempt to attack the mind-controlled Arthron. Oh. Okay, that didn't really have as much effect as I would like. For a second there, I thought I had made a huge error and had left people close enough for the Scylla to melee. It looks like we're just barely out of that range. And the goo did wear off, only to be immediately reapplied. But not to everybody, at least. If they leave Pondus alone, then I feel pretty good about that. Pondus can make relatively short work of these guys. Certainly ammo-efficient work. Good instinct there to hide behind cover. Not gonna work. Ooh, Psychic Scream. Actually pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Well, the good news is, that thing's dead. Pretty bad camera work there. Hard to tell what's even happening. Nobody's Psychic Scream's tiny, because he wears earplugs during the missions. Just seems like the smart thing to do, you know? Here, everybody, have some will. It didn't actually harm the... I missed. For real, though, this has to die. He did not kill it. He disabled every part of its body. But he did not actually kill it. Alright, well... This guy can help. I mean, I may as well. This will still feed will points to everybody. And then I guess we just do... Be kind of careful. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. Might not be able to hit the Scylla while comfortably avoiding hitting the turret. I mean, the way this looks, it should do damage to the Scylla. Let's find out. There's no indicator on the health bar, but... Okay, did a little bit. Oh, I should probably have led with a mark for death. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad about that. There's some damage that I lost there. So I think we're gonna do a quick aim with the sniper rifle, followed by an assault rifle shot. I'm confident we've got this. I think we probably ignore the head and just shoot for the carapace, because that's where the armor isn't. But if I'm shooting a location where there's no armor, it actually was probably smarter to go for just assault rifle shots, right?
On it.
Because an assault rifle volley actually does way more damage. Did you know? Enemy spotted. Wait, how many... Oh. I see. A door opened when we killed the other Scylla, and now there are explosive chyrons. Well, that's bad news. That guy is now a fully active dude. You good? You are not good. You are not even gooable. So we could have the Exalted run over to here. I'm not sure that he's in Mind Crush range, though. I think we can't stop him, which obviously is pretty bad. What's his will at right now? I might be able to induce a panic or something. Yeah, okay. That's our plan for dealing with you. Or I could just remind control you. I'm a little surprised that it's allowing me to do that with only one will point. Oh, it's not. It was a lie. It did take my action point, which is really annoying. Yeah, so like I can have I can have Grandpa fall back to a position where that guy's not a threat, but I can't stop that guy from being a threat to everybody who is just standing in the open here. Also, could you please do the thing? Yeah, that's like potentially a real issue, right? We don't even really have much in the way of will points left to stop it either. Pretty annoyed by all the goo, if I'm being honest. It's becoming a real issue. I guess you could throw a decoy. That's probably the move. For a decoy into a very visible position, and if the dude comes around the corner with enough action points to fire the gun, he just shoots at that. Probably stand by. Overwatch, not that I think it will do much good. Unfortunately, armor is a thing. You know what, actually, can I cancel Overwatch? I would like to undo my Overwatch. I want to switch weapons. I want to Overwatch with the shotgun, because we could get some free armor shred. Well, whatever. Too late now, apparently. I think we're good. I'm not going to bother overwatching with Finch. This Arthron is the only thing that is at all a threat to us right now. Seems to have vanished, perhaps. And then, of course, there's all this nonsense. The explosive chyrons I'm not too afraid of, because I think we can snipe out their abdomens. I will say there's definitely a real annoyance here in that I'm not sure we're going to be able to get around the corner to actually attack the other Chirons. They're gooing so many of us. Oh, I guess when the door opened, it's not just the 2 Chirons, it's a bunch of new enemies. I am concerned. Those things are very dangerous. You can't see anything unless you move up to here. At which point you can see a Chiron. Hooray! Let's get him. Oh, it's one of those ones. Well, I mean, we gotta go for the abdomen, right? I actually can destroy its abdomen right now. If both of the shots hit. I think we would be... Oh no, sorry, I don't get 2 shots. Well, I'm gonna take 1 shot and try to destroy its abdomen. You know, over the course of a couple of turns. I could take a shot with this. Unfortunately, I can't see what that shot looks like prior to spending the will. And it's 30 points. Yeah, it's not worth doing. 30 points of armor makes that pretty bad. So we do have to kill the Goo Chirons, but also this Siren's a problem. That deserves some immediate attention, probably. I don't know for sure that we're actually going to be able to take her head here. It's basically... I'm going to have to hit 2 50% shots. So would I rather go for, like, the tail, where I can break the tail down and then dramatically reduce her movement? Let her approach us a little bit more slowly? Yeah, that's probably reasonable. A pair of shots into the tail and then just pick her off next turn when after she half moves toward us. That's a reasonable strategy. I am allowed to induce panic in either of these Chirons. I don't think that's gonna matter. I'm a little surprised that there's no maximum range at all on that. Probably just gonna miss. You don't know what I want you to do. You could potentially move up. Or you could boom blast. I don't think I'm actually be able to hit those shots though. Probably the right move is you gotta move up. Because you really can't move very far. I mean, we're not looking at a lot of enemies that have guns anyway, right? So Curtis doesn't really have a good long-range weapon. Sunrage is trapped. It really doesn't feel like the game is designed to have the goo in it. And right there we have a guy. It's not safe to be around. And I guess I could take cover like this. And we know what side he's on, right? So it's just a matter of not getting hit from there. Probably the case for Tiny that we need to move again as well. So I can make it to here and then over to there, potentially. At least be in a position to threaten more of the enemies. And also still in a position to get willpower back. You actually... No, probably not, is the answer. If I wait for it to animate a little bit, I might be able to hit a leg. I mean, I may as well try it. I don't have anything else to do with my turn. And we're going to mostly get the resources back. And watch its animations. What I want to do is get it when it's flaring its wings like they do. Yeah, I can't tell, unfortunately. There it is. That's what I wanted. Okay, not very good. And then gives us enough action points for the Overwatch. So remember that that siren there is dead. She poisoned out at the beginning of her last turn. So this is really the only enemy over here who can still harm us.
Moving to coordinates.
But I'm concerned that he can really still harm us. I'm going to try Decoy Man again. Didn't matter last time, could matter this time. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to click on Senrage. No, Senrage doesn't get to do stuff. I guess just Overwatch. That guy's probably going to come around the corner, right? Let's hope he is tricked by the decoy. Huh. Not really sure what he's doing. That might have been hugely terrible for them. Because that corpse was providing all kinds of line-of-sight coverage. That corpse was actually enough of a problem that I considered just having Bave put an entire volley of machine gun fire into it. Okay, maybe enough already with the goo. That goo ability should maybe have like a cooldown that's maybe 1 turn longer than the duration of the goo or something like that. I guess this game doesn't really do cooldowns though, does it? Just a huge waste. Really terrible play. Wonder if this will be close enough. It is not. I'm still gonna do this a bunch of times. She ends up generating like really silly amounts of will. We're going to be able to just straight up kill one of them and probably get pretty close on the other. Alright, that's grenadable. We do have people in grenading positions. So Lise, remember, is immune to goo because of her ridiculous legs. Although I guess she probably doesn't even really want to move. She wants to try to finish that off. There are 3 of those Chirons in that room that we are aware of. We can just get rid of all of their abdomens. We can stroll straight through the room, provided that it's not packed with another dozen or so enemies. Ah, miss. Hit the torso, it looks like.
Identifying target.
Well, Pondus can just go for a kill, I guess. Actually, that assault rifle damage is pretty serious. Yeah, 66 per shot, jeez. She might actually just be able to kill this. Yeah, like we do one more volley and there's a pretty good chance that cleans it up. Do I wanna... I'm gonna quick aim the volley just in case. If we don't quite get it here, we can go for a second.
Taking aim. That's a kill.
Alright, that's one down, and then... I mean, I may as well quick aim a volley at the other Chiron I can see. Let's maybe... hold on. Can Bave see that one? No. Bave can see the Ugothian receptacle. He tells me. I don't 100% buy that. So, it sure doesn't look like he can see it. Slightly concerned about the possibility of return fire. We don't really have anybody in position to snipe that thing's limbs. I bet it cannot answer this. Also, I should have boom blasted, probably. Wow. Very impressive. I don't know how you even managed to do that. That's terrifying. Boy, if that shot were to vary off in the wrong direction just a tiny little bit. Let's not bother to do that. This feels like a waste. I don't know that anything's gonna get accomplished there. You do anything meaningful? I guess you could try to get a finish off here, just to feed everybody some will. Nope. I can't believe that's the first time that's happened. We've been shooting right next to that thing the entire mission. Oh, Curtis could actually probably kill it. Huh. Just no damage at all, huh? This thing does do 60 damage per bullet. It's definitely not the case that we can hit this thing without doing any damage. It's not armored up to 60 anywhere. Alright, well I guess it'll just die at the beginning of the enemy turn. I thought I was going to be able to pick up some will, but I guess not. And Bave... You definitely can't actually hit that thing? Yeah, I don't see any reason to go for that. Okay, so... the only thing that's really left to do is to get people forward. Try to deal with all of the goo spewers. They really are tremendously annoying. Some good panics here. I don't know what the hell these things are doing. Oh, I guess it's probably panicked. That Triton is definitely going to survive the mission. Come on, a little bit further forward. She is so close to my Overwatch. Oh my god, her animation for spotting us is so long. And again, you see that thing where she stops multiple different times to spot enemies, even though she's in the same space the entire time.
I'm here.
Okay.
Taking aim.
So at some point here, we should see the goo wear off. That'll be a really fun time for all of us. How do you even... Okay, yeah. I guess I see it. I'm going to just throw some minus armor downrange in the hopes of accomplishing something here. Hey, you hit a couple of different body parts. Does make everybody else's life easier. Dave's a real team player.
On it.
Alright, not even sure how I hit the leg. Thought I was aiming a fair deal higher than that. Okay. Thing's abdomen is really close to dead. Sorry, that thing's abdomen is nowhere near dead. That thing's general health pool is really close to dead. You can't move yet. You can. You can do a thing. What will that thing be? I mean, it's got to be killing goo chirons, right? So I guess what I want to do is find a spot over here. I have vision of both of those. I don't know why it's so hard to, Yeah, I need something like this. It's, like, weirdly hard to see this one right here. I will just remove some armor from each of them. Make a nice easy kill when the rest of our people finally get up here. I mean, I don't think we have to do much to that guy. I think he's basically dead already. Vanessa... We're nowhere near range for that. Vanessa just moves up and... I don't know. Moves up and we'll figure it out later. Doesn't even really move up because... Oh my god, she's slow. Yeah, there just aren't very many things left for the enemy to be able to do to us at this point. Tiny has a turn. Bave has a turn, and Bave's turn looks like just... shooting at this random thing. Oh no, I can't actually. And Babe's turn involves nothing.
I'm here.
Which I think is also the case for Goliath. And also the case for Atticus, because I'm not going to fire my last bolt at this range. I guess Tiny's thing is just move forward. We got to keep moving forward somewhere. I guess I don't want to move too far forward before those chirons are dealt with. I guess we have a ton of will. We may as well go for a boom blast. I think that'll give me the range to hit these guys. Yeah. See if we can do some damage. 'Cause boy, it sure would be cool to not have the ground be constantly covered in goo. That is not even kind of where I wanted you to hit. I think we're pretty close to done. I don't think I need to be worried about ammo conservation here. Because we can see the Ugothian receptacle now, and we know that the enemies that were spawned behind the gate do have the ability to just run up to us. So if there were more stuff, I would expect to see it, I'd expect to see it running at us already. think I can move you out here safely. Hard to say. I'm actually going to just move back here and be close to the guy who's handing out the free will points. Very small amounts of acid damage trickling through. Okay, there's some more stuff coming. Weird.
Identifying target.
I think let's use a quick aim to shoot at the thing in the distance. And if we kill it, that'll give us the will we need to quick aim the other guy. The goo probably lasts too long. And this sucks. That's so little damage. I considered swapping Grandpa over to a Nurgle's hand cannon, but it really just doesn't feel like it makes sense. Two action points is a lot for the amount of damage they were asking for. And it's worse damage output than an Iron Fury if you're shooting at a thing that has no armor, because the Iron Fury does 60% of its 60% of its damage, but it does it twice. I was sure I was going to have a shot on these things. Right, I guess we got to move forward a little bit more. Does it matter which one I hit? No, probably not. Start with the one that is lower. I need the goo to cease. I mean, we may as well move you up. You cannot be gooed. We can maybe mind crush these things a little bit next turn. Hopefully we can take a decent shot or two from there, and you pretty much just need to advance. We have to be a little bit careful because it is possible that more Arthrons are going to come through the gate. But I think the range that we're operating at here is such that we should be fine. Gonna just take like 3 of those and then move to some cover. Again, just in case stuff comes through. We definitely don't want to leave Grandpa out in the open because his armor is abysmal. It's just getting closer and closer to the edge there. It is pretty annoying that we have to do this.
Dashing ahead.
We have another entire magazine left. Okay, terrible. Absolutely terrible stuff. Probably want to do this in such a way as to not block everybody else's shots. Okay, there is another Arthron. We'll deal with it when we get over there. Really want you to finish this move. Oh, hey, I was close enough to that guy to kill him. Was not my intent, but glad it happened. Alright, who else has enough rounds to make this not a crazy thing to do? You have some grenades left. Obviously, I'd really like for it to be a heavy. Or to feed everybody else some will. Oh. That secondary magazine that I had didn't actually have bullets in it. That's an interesting turn of events. Well, the good news is we definitely have other people who can hand off some rounds. But it's like very silly that we need to. Okay. Wait, where was that spot that I had a shot? Right here. We could quick aim an assault rifle. And with this thing done, we can actually move forward. Oh no, sorry, there is one more. And there's still that problem. Although, panicable. I think we'll just advance on the gate in the hopes of drawing anything else that might be a problem through, because I would really love to just be done with all this. Tiny, just move up. Ooh, tricky. It's a tricky move up. Some irresponsible person seems to have destroyed a significant amount of the cover around here. Yeah, there's not really a lot of cover through which to advance. This is the problem with scorched earth type strategies, is that eventually you wish you could walk across the earth. I don't really want to move forward. I don't know exactly what the range of the explosive Chiron is. We're probably going to be able to keep it panicking. But why take the chance? So like I said, I'm pretty sure that we have people, like the sharpshooters, should be able to hand over a magazine of rifle ammo. But for right now, I think Babe probably can just run up on that Chiron with the shotgun. And we gotta make sure that this other thing is dead before we go engaging in any shenanigans.
Identifying target.
Okay, that's not really what I was trying to shoot at. Thing not visible? Should be. I can't see the Arthron when I'm not using the sniper rifle. Or when I am using the sniper rifle. Well, I'll take this bad shot. Always a risk when you intentionally take a bad shot. In my defense, there were no good shots available. Well, I don't want to shoot at the Ugothian receptacle because I'm afraid that it will awaken, or that doing damage to it will make things much worse. Let's see, you cannot in fact roll up in Mind Crush. Contrary to my usual opinion, this feels like it's not really a grenade launcher kind of situation. Well, it's something. So we're basically out of ammo on you. You'd be a little bit more cautious with our bullets. And we have some grenades, and we have an Exalted who can't actually do any damage this turn. Exalted by name, if not in deed. Do we not have the... Oh, I was about to say, do we not have the recover action? But I guess you don't need the recover action if you are, in fact, at full will. Might just recover? Yeah, that thing's going to be a really annoying enemy to put away. Also annoying, our cover situation. Don't feel great consolidating that number of people in one place on the battlefield. Can you really not see the Arthron? So that line is going to the receptacle. Alright, basically all I'm really trying to do here is get an armor break. I'm allowed to panic you too. First one, then the other. I guess I can't really do this way, can I? I mean, I can shoot you with a normal acid round. Except not hit you. Fortunately, I do not have the will to be able to do all the cool stuff I want to do with my magic mind powers. I assume armor break is psychic somehow. You're telekinetically making the bullets good at breaking armor. Trying to figure out, where do I have the right line? I have it all the way over here. Alright, well then that is where we will go. And next turn we will shoot that guy. And I think everybody else doesn't want to... You can move, I suppose. You cannot. Exalted is forbidden from approaching. Oh my god, you coward. So let's see, we're going to have to go through a Chiron. Okay, this is like the last hallway, though. There are more and more enemies appearing, and I'm more and more annoyed by it. But at least we are actually almost done. That goes to the Eugothian receptacle. I want to shoot at the Arthrons. I know they're up here. That guy's cover is too good. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to be allowed to shoot anything except this Chiron. Let's just go ahead and kill this Chiron real fast. They'll need to get handed some bullets. So I guess Babe's move is run toward people who might have bullets. Don't think we're in any danger from the Arthron over there, because I don't think he can hit us through the doorway from here. Okay, you have an extra mag. You could hand this over. Okay, at least now we're ready to return fire. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to get a decent grenade off next turn. Should pretty much just move forward in the same way. Trying to keep myself relatively safe from the Chiron. We're not going to be able to panic at this turn. Which is definitely, like, a dangerous thing. It's unlikely to kill anybody in a single attack, but still, I'm not happy about it. I want you to share some will, so maybe move back to here. Make sure people are ready for their boom blasts. Alright, I'm really, really hoping that we don't have too many more enemies to cope with here. Probably don't stand right in front of Pondus. That would be rude. I do wish there was some kind of way to make units like the Exalted move without destroying all the cover. Alright, I like that. I like that amount of motion. So there was enough time in there that there was probably one more unit that we're not seeing yet. I mean, aside from, obviously, the Ugothian receptacle.
Ready to fire.
Alright, we taking anything in particular here? I think I'm just doing damage. Just drill a shot through the carapace, so now the carapace is open and easy to kill.
Hostile down.
And then do I think I'm going to be able to get an angle on you? Honestly, it's not that unlikely. This is something of a priority, though. Hold on. Babe's right next to her. Can Babe... Which one of you identically faced monsters is Babe? Alright. Babe does, in fact, kind of have a shot. Alright, let's see if we can get the armor off of the abdomen. Looks like maybe not. Oh no, I did. The abdomen's the only thing I hit, in fact. I guess I also hit the torso. Now her AR shot's bad enough that it's probably not worth taking. I'm hopeful that the invisible pause during the enemy's turn was just this particular Chiron moving around, but I'm not optimistic about it. Boy, what's this gonna do? This is gonna be like 2 or 3 hits, maybe. It actually is still possible that I could kill the abdomen. Maybe what I do instead is move to here and then just like boom blast or grenade shot at that Arthron. This is my last pre-reload grenade. And unlike so many of our other heavies, this one is not an assault and so does not get free reloads. Alright, that's a pretty good start. Let's see, you could Do nothing, probably. Maybe, like, stand over here. Provide us some will. We have other people who just have to keep creeping forward. There's no way we're going to get close enough to get a shot off. Well, we're certainly creating a target-rich environment. This is maybe going to lead to the Exalted getting shot. I'm kind of drawing attention with her intentionally. Oh, we can just panic the enemies. Well, shoot, why don't we do that? Also, the Exalted has a special version of Panic, which does not cost an action point. I think it's more important to panic that one, given how our guys are clustered now. I certainly don't want him getting an explosive shot off. I also don't really want him moving back into cover that effectively. Yeah, my suspicion is that the Exalted uses abilities that are similar to, but not actually, from a code perspective, the same as the abilities that your crew uses, and they forgot to patch them. That's my guess. Alright, can we... We could do this. She missed. I mean, she hit the enemy, but that would have been a really good time for the kind of hit that actually goes where you want it to.
I'll get him next time.
That's okay. I don't know that I think that that shot actually had a chance of missing, but apparently it did. Come on, let this be the one that removes his cover. Okay, that works too. Removing every weapon he has also is fine. So there's just this guy left. He is both weapon arms and also a spitterhead. So we can't really just rush people into the open, because that guy's still dangerous. A lot of my non-Bave units are really slow. Okay, so 30 health. Are you going to bleed out? Going to take several turns, but yeah, eventually.
Moving to coordinates.
I'm a little concerned. A little tiny bit concerned about the final Arthron here. Move Tiny up. And maybe just pass the turn, honestly. I don't think we want to try to move through the doorway until we've cleared up the Arthron issue, because we're all going to be just, like, in the open for quite some time. I think we're good. So that guy will just slowly bleed to death with no ability to do us harm any further. Damn it. Really hoping he was going to have to move forward a little bit further. The Exalted is too good at the job.
On the move.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Do I want to... No, let's just take the shot. I was debating a quick aim there, but I don't think that's necessary. So are you going to bleed to death this turn? Yes. Where's Lise? Should probably do this in the safest way possible. Which is maybe actually not maybe not Lisa's shot. Okay, we got there. So now I think it might just be us and our receptacle. And a couple of enemies that are slowly bleeding. We're going to take advantage of stealth. I guess I gotta actually kill this thing if I can. For the will. Good, satisfying ragdoll. I'm old enough that I remember when ragdoll physics was invented. First time I played a game that had ragdoll physics, mind completely blown. It was Unreal Tournament 2003, I'm pretty sure. What am I... You don't need to do this, just run forward. I think it's safe to just run forward. I've already got somebody else doing it, so it better be. And that guy is invisible, though, so that does change things a little bit. Oh! There's another one that's never been visible to us before. Well, isn't that fascinating? We might be able to just panic the new one by moving up close enough to it. All I need is vision, right? Because it's got to be at low will. We've been killing its friends for, at this point, 2 entire hours. Nope, still the wrong panic. Well, I may be in a little bit of trouble on this one. Yeah, I guess let's just run forward. Because it's going to be able to use that cover to its advantage. So the only thing that we can do really here is press it. Don't let it hide for however long it takes for it to actually figure out a targeting solution here. So close. A little worried about overextension. Alright, please tell me this thing is not yet alerted. Alright, so you bleed out. Oh! Oh hey, an additional enemy who has been invisible till now. How's your deal going? Nope, thing is totally aware of us. Pretty weird, considering that it didn't exist as far as I'm aware until this turn. And there's at least one more enemy that we are still unaware of, given the amount of dead space there. It could be the case that things are just... stuff is constantly spawning. That might be how they are managing this. Well, I think we found ourselves another good boom blast situation. Also, panic, very valuable tool. What is that thing it is crouching next to? Have we been inside the Sarlacc this whole time? Well, I just fed it, whatever it is. Is that shot? Okay, there we go. For a second, I was worried that shot was not going to end. We had become permanently trapped. Where would I have to be? There we go. Please tell me there's a real shot here. At the moment, this Arthron is the only thing that is even remotely dangerous. Alright, come on. I mean, it's better than 50%. The whole inner circle and part of the outer circle. Yeah, there we go. So what do we do with the Chiron? We need somebody to remove some armor from it, probably. I think that would be wise. So you aren't going to be able to get a shot. I mean, I can just boom blast and dump grenades on it. No, I cannot. Never mind. Well, if I'm only going to get to fire one anyway, I may as well move 2 points closer. And then I've never done an armor break grenade. Let's see if it works the way I would like it to. Which is that it just completely strips all of their armor because it works on each different blasted component. Minus 120 armor, so probably not then. Remember, it's not a big deal if we don't kill the thing. Its days are numbered. Nope, wait a minute. Still wait a minute. There we go. Okay, it's something. Well. She sure showed me. Apparently I'm just not going to be able to get this. Who knows? Maybe the Iron Fury will... Oh no, never mind. Can't even shoot the appropriate enemy here. Huh, was my cursor not in the space that was behind cover? I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess, but it's just a little annoying. Menace might actually be able to get the kill. Or not the kill, but the abdomen removal. Honestly, maybe the kill. Oh, so close. We are definitely leaving our sharpshooters behind will-wise. Also, a little worried about how much damage the Exalted's taking. She's probably fine. Where do I want to put her for cover? I guess, actually, like, back here? We don't know for sure that it's safe up there. We don't know that this is the last enemy. It would seem that it is not. Oh, that's something. It just put up its stuff. Okay. My guess is there's one more thing up there somewhere. This might be a good time for you to vanish and scout for us. Let's see, I could disappear. Let's just go to here. So we don't see anything.
All set.
Oh. Is that the first time we've had to have her reload in combat? Feels like it might be. The roots have a lot of health. Nothing happens if we shoot the armor off. or the eye, or the head. It's all just the same stuff, huh? Well, obviously we want Bave to run in here and do an armor break. And when I say run in here, what I mean is stay exactly where he is. And perform one armor break, please. Okay. So now that the head is unarmored, we just shoot it for 9,500 damage. Think that that's where we're at. That feels pretty bad. Well, at least she does twice as much damage. There's actually two different pieces. Looks like nothing that we damage is going to remove, or is going to cause bleeding or anything. And like, max hit points minus 100 may as well not even exist on this particular enemy. That is not a real, is not a real number. I did the quick shot so that we could keep moving up. They really expect me to just grind down 9,600 health? It's not that we can't do it, it's just... it seems very odd. I maybe should have just kept running forward. You are totally gonna just commit super deep. Because I would love to get the machine gun into play here. I'm assuming we have no shot at all with that one. I think Tiny might be able to work from here. Okay. Does the Exalted actually need to be a part of this? Hard to say. Now she's just breaking stuff for fun. Oh. Oh, you know what? These things are probably spawning Arthrons. Yeah, we're getting permanent spawns. Also, that mind control thing is happening, or the brain thing is happening. So that means we need a way of dealing with that guy. Okay, shooting its eyes does seem like a way to... you can at least lower its max health by more damage than it takes to lower the max health.
Taking aim.
Although I don't know how that actually works with the fact that it's already damaged.
Focus.
Also, we may want to I guess we'll shoot a tentacle. We may want to use it like a proper heal on the Exalted. I'm starting to get a little worried. Okay, it is a shame that Lise has no will. We can run you over here. We can run you over, like, here even. Like a shredder shotgun could be pretty good. But we need to know that he has backup. I mean, the grenade troops could all do stuff, right? Wow, that is not the amount of damage I was told that was going to do. I was misled. Really wish the camera would stop pulling back to a guy. Okay, pretty bad start in terms of disabling equipment. Better. Need Vanessa. There we go. I am not going to Boom Blast, because I think there's a pretty good chance this is just a kill. And if it's not, we still have one more... Yeah, still one more heavy. I actually managed to shoot him right back into the spawner. I know that there's no points, but I think that I deserve some points for that. Maybe like 2 points. Apparently I can't see the enemy from anywhere over here. Okay. Pick that up next time. Gonna just keep disabling random body parts while we creep forward. Back into the grace of the Synod. We're gonna have to keep getting closer. I think we'll be able to do a lot of work very quickly once we get up into functional firing range with that thing. Not very happy with my overall accuracy there. We'll try something like this. And then nobody with a health kit could help the Exalted right now, so we're just going to keep moving her forward. We're going to try to keep her separated from people so that the splash damage psychic attack is not a big deal. If she's not actually one of my objectives, it's possible that we don't have to try to keep her safe. Okay. She has waited out the bleed. Just in case, I'm gonna have her walk over adjacent to you. We're going to give her this thing. And then I should try to move her to a place where she's not easy to shoot immediately upon coming out of the hole. I guess there's not really such a place. Does at least really not have a shot? Oh, and the flippers are in certain configurations. Well, I think it's safe to just run up here and give ourselves some clarity. So not visible from anywhere in the front. I'm going to run up to here. We should be able to adjust and get whatever angle we need to get from there in the future. Also an opportunity for Pondus to move up. So it's just buying time, right? It's trying to get us to, it's waiting us out. I'm going to equip a fire thing. And actually, we only had one bolt left for the crossbow, so there's not really a lot of sense in keeping it. Oh, I guess I can just barely see a tentacle over here. Oh, whatever. I'll shoot at a tentacle. I'm not afraid. I'm also not, like, any good at shooting. Raga just needs to get way closer. Could be a fair number of our guys at this point. A lot of people who are too far back. I'd like to get a raised position with you. I mean, I really want to be up here, so I guess this is the first step toward that. Then we can easily fire boom-blasted grenades in any direction we please. Oh, there's also a spawner up there. I did not realize. That's not great. I'm really not a big fan of the infinite spawners thing as a way of working bosses. It usually feels pretty lazy. I'm gonna get return fired. Alright, how about we do a dash? Just kind of to anywhere. Drop grenades on him. Drop a grenade on him, rather. Actually, don't have very many left. We have to try to be really cautious here about not hitting our own guy with it. Some damage on that? Not that much. Remarkably, not that much. I think Boom Blast gives it to us, right? Maybe. Again, provided that we don't see some random walk to the right there, because that could be awfully bad. Okay, well that makes it easy, at least for me to shoot him. Oh wait, is he in arm spike range? Can we use our arm spike? Yeah, do it. I was kind of hoping that it was gonna do a little more impact damage. It's fine. I don't have any idea what to do with you. I know what I should do with you. No, actually, yeah, what I almost must do with you. Which, unfortunately, prevents me from firing the gun I wanted to fire. Yeah, I'm pretty annoyed by that. I can Warcry that tentacle. Doesn't feel like a thing that needs to happen. I guess Bave just full speeds it up there. Once we're in a place where we can get like multiple machine gun volleys or multiple assault rifle volleys, stuff like that, it's going to be pretty good. It's just a matter of actually getting our units into those locations, being close enough to him, and hopefully figuring out a way to prevent him from doing that very annoying thing with his shield. I think we are in a little bit of danger depending on how exactly the enemy spawns work. If it is the case that we're going to get an enemy like every turn or two, that could be a real problem. I want to keep her back for, like, aggressive mind crushing. I'm going to leave her where she is. We put her in a position where she cannot approach. Okay, it is going to spawn an enemy every single turn. And also, it's going to apparently keep doing that. So, we can Rage Burst, fire 5 times with this weapon. Except we can't actually because I don't have enough ammunition. Oh, hold on. Let's start by dealing with the siren. Where are my snipers? Yeah, apparently my snipers are in positions where they cannot help. Well, we'll get up here on the high ground. We'll go back to contributing soon. So if I don't have the sharpshooters to take off the siren's head, what is my plan? I guess I could shoot a bunch of spider drones at it. They're probably not going to accomplish anything else. And it certainly can't kill them all. We have no more spider drone ammo, but we do still have plenty of this. Do I really not have... Do I somehow really not have vision of that thing? Let's see, you're not actually an accurate enough shot to do any meaningful damage to it, probably. Yeah, we don't have a lot of good ways of dealing with this. I guess I should be really careful with grenades in that direction. I'm just going to keep moving up. And so, since it seems like basically nobody can do anything here... Okay, you could do something. I'm leery of putting two people this close together. Just thinking about Arthrons spawning out of the circles with grenade launchers. Guess I'll just move forward down here. Did not bring any extra ammo for my pistols. I did bring an awful lot of grenades. Let's get ready to use the grenades. Also a melee weapon. We can melee weapon if we must. I'm going to do just one normal machine gun fire. Okay, I broke a tentacle. There's a lot of pieces on this thing to take off, which I appreciate. That's a fun design. Alright, please tell me that you cannot get too far away. I'm a little worried about the spider drones, actually, with having moved Bave so close. I'm worried that they're going to blow up in a place where they will harm Bave. I didn't really think about it because obviously they shouldn't, and it would be trivial for them not to. But I don't know if they're smart enough to... Oh no! Really? How is that? Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Why would they... Given that you see sirens on literally every mission, how does it make sense for them to be programmed to attack people who are mind-controlled?
Identifying target. Hostile down.
Jesus. You guys, come on. Alright, the good news is Babe's fine. This is an adrenaline rush, right? We are actually starting to run, like, legitimately low on mana. Mana? Ammo. Another eye down. We should take some tentacles. In case we have to approach it to fight it in melee because of the fact that we ran out of ammo. How are you doing? You still have 6,800 health. So we're getting there. This does not, in fact, have any action points left. Well, shooting the tentacle still does damage directly to the health, and it's unarmored, so I guess that's what we'll take. 120 at a time is not ideal. Can I arc a grenade? I was hoping I could throw it, like, close enough to the front here. I might be able to throw it in from here. And did I actually get, like, anything done there? Alright, we got arm spikes. That'll be fun, since it looks like grenades maybe don't do anything. Hold on. There we go, that's what I wanted. Hey, I think he doesn't like it when you shoot him in the eye. So that's surprising information. Figured it out all on my own. You're out of weapons, right? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I'm a little leery of... Well, you are out. And outside of people's... I guess you're restoring will, which is good. Yeah, I'm a little wary of the situation I'm finding myself in here. I'm gonna jetpack you over to there, where you're more likely to be able to land a grenade in this thing's face. I think the poison's gonna end up being a big part of this on the whole. That's a really annoying thing for you to do. That did nothing. Okay. Like, totally out of ammunition. Well, it's another 300 damage. Do you have anything left? You have a fire grenade. Well, something to think about for next round, I guess. We're going to need her to get up here. Wait, what do you mean enemy spotted? Oh, she knows a guy's about to spawn? Can I mind crush him even though he hasn't come out yet? Yes. Awesome, I can get them both. Well, it's nice to have a non-ammo based damage source. There's a non-zero chance that we're going to get to a place here where the only thing we can do is let the let the Exalted mind crush over and over again. You're not going to be able to get anything done this turn, but you can prep. So you two... Yeah, this is fine. She got to use her jump legs there for the first time. First and almost certainly last time. I'm going to have the snipers actually spread out a little bit, though. Just so that at least one of them will usually be able to hit. They both still have plenty of ammunition, actually. Yeah, of course, I can hit him as soon as I get to a place where I don't have the action points left to hit him. We have nothing to do, yeah. Alright, well. Nothing for it, I guess. Just wait. You can find yourself a spike opening and just keep spiking him. There is an eye. Hold on, we might be able to... I think I have to go this far, probably. I don't know. If I hit the eye, I might have just hit him in the head. Alright, so you're done. You just need to keep approaching very, very slowly. Even though Braga... Oh, you know what? It's the leg. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that I fixed the strength issue. But I didn't fix the you got your leg shot off issue, which is a real one. Is there even an opening? Okay, it's all the way over here. Nope, nothing. Well... Okay, we can get around to the side and still shoot. Really, this tentacle's still alive. Jesus, how much more? $5,100. Okay. Well, there's an awful lot of room for spikes. We have an awful lot of ammunition for the spike arm. Is maybe a more English way to express that idea. This is out. This is tough because we don't know what's going to be open next turn. It's going to move to here and wait. And if we run the snipers too far out to the sides, then we're going to find we're having trouble
Dashing to the coordinates.
shooting when the middle's open. And this is just kind of like a bit of a tedious mechanism for a fight. I wonder if there's something I could be doing to disable the garbage. Can I please just get this grenade in there? I don't believe it when it says... Okay, this looks like it should do some real damage. That should be an easy shot at that range. 19. Yeah, you got him. Finally, Bave, who is completely out of ammunition. But it's incredible how bad grenades are. Alright, let me go see if anybody else has any ammo. Alright, that's a good opening for us. I could adrenaline rush. Yeah, I think this is like... This is pretty good. So, does Rage Burst... If I use Rage Burst, is it actually going to do 5 shots even though I don't have the ammo? I guess we'll find out. No, that was 2 shots. Alright, well, we can get 5 shots next time. Also, I've really started a fire here in a way that's like very not useful to be. So it doesn't really make sense to do a quick aim, because it's not going to change the number of times I can fire. All the tentacles and all the eyes are out, right? Yeah. Just keep shooting them. And it's working. Number's coming down. Aim seems to think I'll have a shot from here. Although maybe... Yeah, it's fine. Let's do it. I was like, you know, maybe I should just vanish and try to get a better shot next turn. Now let's do damage. You can't put up enough... Oh, hey, a tentacle that still lives. Let me let it animate a little bit. There we go. Okay, no tentacles left, 170 poison damage. Grenades are totally worthless. There's still an eye in there. So you're out of those. We do have this Virophage grenade. Try to land it right on his face. 20 damage. Yeah. Virophage stuff maybe doesn't actually work the way it's supposed to. Because it's got to be intended to do something, right? It seems to do nothing. Maybe all that it does say in the description of it that it only harms the things that are made of the enemy. Maybe that's all that it does, is that it's just like if you hit a friendly with a Virophage thing, then it doesn't actually harm them. But that would not be any good at all. Uh-oh. They probably should not be able to jump out and act immediately. Alright, here's the most important thing. This spike arm is the only way that we're actually going to get the job done. Just keep applying poison. Alright, 240. It's adding up. Almost 10% damage. You are not generating any will. You're not standing close enough? No, you totally are. You're just not generating any will for no reason. Can't actually hit the gun arm. Alright, where's Ondus?
Ready.
So I'm not going to be able to get close enough. Yeah, that's a problem. Not going to be able to get close enough to gain more will. Not going to be able to... Well, he doesn't have a lot of use left, and grenades are terrible against the boss, so... Move to here, we can boom blast our purification grenade onto that guy. It's kind of incredible how bad grenades are against the boss. Alright, so there's like a chance he's dead. I don't love there's a chance, but it's the situation we find ourselves in. I think I'm just gonna throw a grenade with you as well. Okay. There's one arm removed. I do have quick aim. So we can do quick aim plus a rifle shot. Do you have a med kit? Yeah. Sorry, it's gotta be quick aim plus med kit so as not to die. We're going through a whole lot of medical supplies this mission. Just too many enemies, and some of them are ridiculous. Alright. That gives me the will necessary to vanish for next turn. No sense doing it right now. I'd be in a place where I can pick him up next time. You can't really do anything. Oh. Enemy in here. Not really anything I can do about it. I was a little worried when it takes an extra long time like that for the attack to fire. Because sometimes it has the enemy continue their animation, not while you're aiming so much, but while your character is actually winding up to shoot. And we have missed shots because of it, so paranoid. So all Rage Burst does is dump the entire gun at normal damage per shot, right? Well, we may as well. Yeah, it's satisfying. There's no two ways about that. So I think we've actually got it now, right? Like, Lise gets the kill. Where the hell is Lise? There we go. And maybe Lise doesn't get the kill, but Lise does some killing, does some damage. There's still a part of it alive. Yeah, okay, Lise actually does have it. Merge the Exalted with the defeated thingy. Okay, you gotta get the hell out of there. Actually, kinda can't get out of the way. Actually, I think this space is good enough, right? Because she's 3x3? Yeah. Just climb in there. You're not really gonna merge with it so much as just completely replace it, because we shredded that thing. There is nothing left.
In the end, It wasn't her powers or her followers that allowed us to win. It was her humanity. An alien god spoke to her in her mind, and instead of being dominated or obliterated, she tricked him. By the time he realized what she was doing, it was too late. She'd stolen his knowledge, cut him off from his armies on Earth. He was alone on his dark planet, and humanity was saved. The war wasn't over, of course. It's never that simple. There were still those who wanted to go back to how things were before, to make the same mistakes again. But the Exalted would not allow it. New Jericho fought to the end. She respected that. Tobias West and his people believed in their principles and died for them. With them died the last fragment of the old world. Sanhedrin continued to exist. This was not the future they had dreamed of, but somewhere in this changing world there was space for their ideas. They would contribute what they could and hope that conflict could be avoided. Like everyone, they had had enough of war. Humanity began to adapt and evolve. No longer bound by the chains of an imperfect biology, human beings finally flourished. The belief in the dead god and the hierarchies of the disciples fell away. It was no longer necessary to believe in some distant deity when the Exalted walked among us. As for the Phoenix Project, we went back to the shadows for a while. We knew the war wasn't over. Up there, in celestial darkness, something ancient and powerful still hungered for our planet. But next time, we'd be ready.
All we have to do to permanently secure humanity is nuke the hell out of Pluto, right? It's how these things always end, I feel like. You always gotta blow up Pluto. Okay, well that was an okay ending. I do wish that we'd gotten a little bit more of, like, here's how weird Earth is now that the Exalted has effectively all of the powers that the Ugaltian entity was preparing for itself, and because I bet survival's a real strange thing on that version of Earth, and I'd really like if they filled in a little bit more. But I am pleased with how weird the remaining human citizens looked. We got to do something pretty strange here, which I appreciate. I'm sure the other endings are... The New Jericho ending is probably a lot less interesting. The Sanhedrin ending, who knows? And we might see it someday. But I gotta tell you, I think I've had enough Phoenix Point for now. That's going to be it for us for the series. Thank you all so much for watching. There's some cool stuff going on here, and a lot of stuff they really, really need to work on. And maybe we'll come back. There's DLC that's going to release, and patches and stuff. Maybe we'll come back. Maybe. It's going to be a little while, though, because I burned myself out on it a little bit. Come back next time, Monday, for something new. And we'll see you then.